west side of the township here, and so he's down ordering parts, but he says it'll be done by this weekend or Saturday. I also spoke with him about the crack sealing on the Bear Island Road, and he seemed quite knowledgeable about that process, and he referred me to Asphalt of Duluth, this Kevin, and they have made a quote, a verbal quote, and if you want to get it verified in form, you can call this Kevin, but they said $975. That's the manpower and the equipment to go down and seal the cracks on the Bear Island Road.
That's very reasonable.
So you might want to maybe have the clerk take Kevin's name, call Asphalt of Duluth and confirm this or whatever, but maybe make a motion tonight, because we're also getting to that point right now where we don't want to wait till it's too cold and to do this. And he's talking that they seal, they'd have 3 guys, the equipment, and that they'd use a high grade of sealant, put the taper down.
But we also need to have a written bid. Since we're government, we should have everything.
Well, I can ask him to give us a written estimate too. I mean,
because he could just email it to us, you know, too. And
it's not really a bid. All we need is a quote. I mean, just something on paper.
Yeah, we need something on paper.
but this would be, we get it from this Kevin and not from Ben.
But we can still act on it tonight.
That you can make it a tentative
right
upon the written receipt of receipt.
Yeah.
Receipt that you can go about and do it. On the 13th of August, they changed the RD letters on the end of the East Road to LN. And I also brushed that corner big time so that the people that pull up to the stop sign on the East Island Beach Road can actually see on the Fredenberg Lake Road some. Well, stopped at that intersection. On the 20th, I talked to the grader operator, and we did grade the roads starting around the 20th. And I talked to Greg Kineski about a tree that's leaning over the Bear Island Road. And we're going to use Lakehead Trucking Services some to help get this tree down. It's about 2.5 blocks in. It's a very large poplar that at this point is probably
almost over the center line.
Almost over the center line. So it's something that we're going to talk about trying to get done before the weekend, because we don't want to see it come down. And if it came down, it's going to block the road. So I wonder what the board's pleasures are as far as the snow fence installation. And I want to deal with this right now because, one, I want to make sure that by the next board meeting I can say how much more snow fence we need. And then we've gone out and we've done a little research about trying to find people that can put the snow fence up. I just don't know if I'm going to have time to go out there and spend that kind of time putting it up. And so maybe am I allowed to go look for bids, get something written from people, and what do I need for a criteria? I mean, do we have to have people that are licensed and bonded to put snow fence up?
No. We went without a bond last year.
If we can, but the one thing I do want to do is I want to kind of stay on top of it, because there was some unhappiness on behalf of some of the property owners about the way the fence got installed, and it wasn't done right. And so I know how it's supposed to go up, but so I'm just kind of looking for your nod that I can go and start looking into this right now, but not approve somebody, but that I can maybe get a written quote to the board.
Woody, there's also on the causeway of Bear Island Road, there was some issues there about people wanting snow fence, so we should probably check into that also. Mike Sertich had brought that up last year.
Mr. Cherry, I think that was more so of a, it came up when this other snow fence deal came up. It was like, no, we should put some on the Bear Island Road. I traveled every day, gone through that thing at the worst of times, and a snow fence there would, you'd have to physically go out and put it in the water, because the amount of distance between the snow fence and the road would actually hamper it. Once it got over the snow fence, the snow drift is going to carry into the road more so than what it does now, because the snow now goes right across the road. And it, I think, who was that? Jim Krosky was the one time in my 16 years that we had to have somebody went through it just out of his generosity, I think, to open it up. So,
I just know at the December meeting that it was brought up, and so maybe we should check into it just to make sure.
well,
Or-
if you were to
Fairly-
look at it and just understand the situation, you would know that it would be impossible. It was just a conversation thing only. It's like to say, well, why don't we put it up here, and we could put it up on another road, we could put it on all these roads that would need snow fences, theoretically. And if I remember that right now, I don't, somebody can back me up on that, but it was, nobody, there has never been anything contradictory about the causeway, in my knowledge. We have never been stuck on that road, except Jim Karofsky did that one time. Mark, thank you.
It was determined at that meeting and in that discussion that for snow fence to be anywhere of a help to that intersection, you would have to wait till the lake was frozen, drill holes in the ice, put the fence posts out far enough from the lake and the ice, and freeze them in and put the snow fence out. That's the only way it would be able to be out. And that was the final on that discussion from that meeting in December. Because there's just not enough area for that fence to go up. And so the end of that discussion was that it probably wasn't feasible to fence that.
I just don't remember that. I just remember that there was discussion, so.
I think if you talk to Frank before, you'll find the same thing, because I asked the same question, so why aren't we doing that?
Well, I just want to be fair for everybody in the township, that's all,
So,
so.
what do you, I think the board, I think you should just go ahead and go out and get some quotes.
Well, there's several people I can talk to, people that might be interested in doing that work, and it's just, do I have to have some contractor that's coming with, bonded and insurance, or can we just talk about hiring some kids?
We hired locally many years.
Okay.
But the thing about that though, Jeff, is that if we hire somebody, we actually, if they get hurt or anything, then workers' comp and stuff would have to be applied to them if you actually go through the rules. So if we are supposed to be hiring people that are actually licensed and bonded and insured. So otherwise, as we as a township, if they would get hurt or anything, our workers' comp or whatever, it's been a while since I've actually gone through the township manual on that, but we would have to do that. It's actually been addressed at town board trainings and stuff like that that I've been at, so we might want to just talk with the MAT attorney, maybe have the clerk or the town assistant clerk, the VD clerk, contact the MAT attorneys on that.
I'm really questioning what the liabilities are.
Well, like I said,
The liabilities that the township faces for having some people put the snow fence up, if they get injured on the job, it's hard to say that you're gonna get injured putting snow fence up to begin with. And then secondly, if they did get injured on the job, if they understand that they're doing it as a contractor, they're being paid on a contractor basis, then they have to sustain the damages.
Well, but maybe as a
And the
township, we
township
could
just have
actually,
a note on the thing saying.
well, a
that
waiver. We
the
could
township is
maybe we
not-
could ask the MAT attorneys if we can actually do a waiver on that then.
We're pretty much going back and forth here about what we can and can't do, what we should do, what we shouldn't do.
I actually have something that's pertinent to that, Mr. Chairman. Julie has a valid point. If we hire somebody as an independent contractor, there is an issue about whether or not they have their own workers' comp coverage, and they should probably have that. If someone is